Yo, welcome back to the Evil Evo channel. Today I have my friend Zacchaeus, and we're gonna do our top 10 receivers. Zacchaeus, you want to introduce yourself?
What's up, y'all? I'm Zacchaeus. Went to middle school with Evie. It's my dog. And yeah, we're here to talk about some football.
Yeah, we're gonna do top 10 receivers, and then we'll do top 10 quarterbacks. That'll be a next video. We'll be doing that separate. But basically, we'll go start from 10 all the way to 1. We'll debate about it, go about people our different opinions and what we view differently, and we'll just go down a list from 10 to 1. So let's get into it and start off at number 10. Let's see the guest. Start off at your number 10. Give me your number 10 receivers, Kias.
All right. My top 10 just really doesn't look like a lot of the popular, like the majority ones. And I kind of I take into account like situation and overall talent and who I think are the 10 most skilled guys in the league.
Mhm.
And at number 10, I got my guy Garrett Wilson. Man, he's had 1,000 yards with any quarterback in the league, with Zach Wilson, with a washed up Aaron Rodgers, with who was the so like he's just a dog, man. I've been following him since he was in high school in Texas, and I watched him all at OSU, and I really think he's a top 10 receiver, just like production, and he does everything on the football field at 5'11", and
Okay.
that's my guy.
Okay, my number 10. I've been kind of going with 9 and 10. I've been mixed with the Garrett Wilson, Brian Thomas Jr., Terry McLaurin, Drake London. I've kind of been in a mix with those 9 and 10s. But after thinking about it for a while, I think my number 10 is going to be Terry McLaurin. I think overall his production, I think he's one of the most underrated receivers has been one of the most underrated receivers. He finally got a QB. It was finally be able to show himself how good he is. And for me, I'm not a big Drake London guy. I think he's kind of one of the most overrated receivers. That's just my
Definitely.
opinion. But I like Terry McLaurin. All those years with bad QBs, and now, like, dude, he went off this year. He finally had a good fucking QB in Jane Daniels, and he got his contract, even though he's a little bit on the other side. He got his contract, and he's definitely one of the best receivers out there. I always love that story that I don't know if you've heard Urban Meyer tell him story about telling him like they're not gonna recruit him or whatever. I don't know if you.
Oh yeah, I heard that. I seen that.
So that's always a funny story to me. But yeah, Terry, obviously one of the best receivers. I feel like a lot of our list is going to be Ohio State, LSU, since those are like whether you think LSU's receiver U or OSU's receiver U, those are the two best at least teams that produce receivers. So at my
Right.
number 10, I'm going to go Terry McLaurin. And you want to go with your number 9?
Yeah, at number 9, I think we don't hear him a lot in top tens, but I mean, it's your guy. Only last receiver to win a Heisman, only receiver to win a Heisman, bro. I got Smitty at 9, bro. I
Okay,
really
that's
think
interesting. Okay, okay.
I
I'm
think he's the best route runner in the league right now,
okay.
and I think he just has the unfortunate situation, or not. I shouldn't say unfortunate. He just has the kind of knock that he plays next to AJ Brown, and AJ Brown's a 1,500 yard receiver. But they got two different play styles, and I think Smitty is wide receiver one on like what 20 something over 20 something teams. I really think he's
I mean, I think
a,
the
a
Chargers, I'm thinking of Chargers, Chiefs. I feel like he'd be receiver one on both those teams.
Chargers, Chiefs, Jags, Commanders,
The
Jets.
Jags, I don't know. Brian Thomas is good, man.
I have Brian Thomas at 11, so like
Okay, that's
they're like kind of the same, they're like in the same tier. But I
yeah,
just think that like we see Smitty do crazy things that not a lot of guys can do.
true, true, true.
But like yeah, pretty much. So like 22 teams. I think he's 23 teams. I think he's the best, or he's wide receiver one.
Gotcha. I mean, for me, I have Devonta. I love Devonta Smith, best receiver out from my favorite Alabama football player of all time. I actually have him outside my top 10 just because of production. I like to mix skill with production also. He just doesn't have as much production to show me, but like he's still, one of my favorite receivers, probably my favorite Alabama player of all time. But at my number 9, I have right there, I have Brian Tom I have not Brian Thomas, sorry. Yeah, I brought. Wait, what the who the? Okay, sorry, I was looking at my list. I was looking at the wrong one. I have Garrett Wilson at my number 9. I think
Mm,
Garrett Wilson underrated, man. I just think he's
definitely.
dealt with shitty QB play. Like
Yeah, no,
he had that,
he's had bad luck.
he had that fucking play against my Texans that just fucking pissed me. I don't remember that one hand catch on. Yeah,
That one hand catch was I can't believe he got in bounds, bro. That was
nigga, I fucking crashed the fuck out, dude.
That was insane, bro. But
Like
that's wide receiver review production. Like that's what they do. Like that's what the best school in the country does.
I value, you people playing with trash QBs, which is something that people don't value. If you're putting up stats with bad QBs, I really value that. Like DeAndre Hopkins. As a Texas fan, I can respect DeAndre Hopkins because dude's putting up stats with shitty QBs. And maybe that's
Yeah,
what Garrett Wilson's career sadly becomes, where he just is playing with shitty QBs. Like, I'm still Justin Fields believer. I love Justin Fields, but it's just so hard, man, when you watch him. Like, dude, it's just you watch him and you just like it feels like he never knows what's going on in the field, but he will always have the beautiful throw to Chris Olave. That was one of the most beautiful throws ever.
that
Always love that.
boy, I get excited, man. I think about that. I get so happy.
I still remember the call. Oh, Chris Olave! Oh, that was one of the most beautiful catches ever, man.
Feels going deep. It's all. Oh my gosh, bro.
And then
That's
Garrett Wilson had that catch against Clemson. Remember when they played Ohio
yeah.
State?
That when he jumped over the DB. God,
Yeah, that was his freshman year, wasn't it?
sophomore. I think sophomore year.
No, I thought it was his freshman. You
Was
sure
he
it
a
was
freshman?
2019? You sure he wasn't a freshman?
That was 20. Wait, he came out. He came out in 2021 or
Chris
22.
Olave was a sophomore. Wait, was he? Because then there was 2020 the
Oh
next
no
year.
no 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 no.
Yeah, it was.
Garrett came out as a junior. Garrett came out as a junior, and they sat out the same year. They sat out the Rose Bowl the same year, so that was the next year. Yeah. Because what's it called? Because that's the year that they I think that was the next year they set out the Rose Bowl,
Yeah,
and then that's when JSN had 300 yards. So
Jason.
that was my. They came out. Are they 2022? They are.
Yeah.
It was not 2019. No, 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 no.
Okay. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I have JSN. I mean, he's a receiver that could break out. He's on my outside looking in on my top 10. He's definitely a receiver, especially with this year. I'm just worried about how bad that offensive line is with Sam Darnold. I would love to see
Yeah,
Jalen throw, but I don't know if Milroe's ready. But yeah, that's my number nine. Have Garrett Wilson at my number nine. So you want to go your number eight?
yeah. My number 8, and a lot of people have him top 5, top 4, maybe sometimes even top 3. I've seen, but I don't think that his skill set and what he does is just a top 5 guy. But he's still great. He's still good. Like he puts up the numbers. I just don't think the guys ahead of him. I don't think he's more
Skills.
talented than they are. And I got Amon-Ra St. Brown now.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I
all.
think I think a lot of his yards, like it's like the Cooper Cup thing. He plays out of the slot. Like he doesn't go out and he's not playing against the best corner or even the second best corner. He's going against slot guys. He gets a lot of free releases, he gets a lot of screens, he gets a lot of underpass. Like he can go deep. He's strong, he's fast, but like I just don't see him as top 5. But he still is a top 10 guy. I think if he goes out on an island a lot more and goes against a lot of ones, he could be higher. But regardless, 1,500 yards and what 12, 15 touchdowns. That's a crazy stat. That's crazy to have. And I also love the Lions. He plays next to Jamo. Jamo opens up the field a lot for him. Like opens up the plays,
100%.
and you got two All Pro caliber running backs. Like you gotta stretch the field. The defense is stretched thin playing against the Lions, and I think that opens up a lot of their concepts for him. Because you can even put Gibbs out wide and run routes with him. So I think that's what keeps him at the top 5 for me. That's maybe controversial, whatever. But yeah, I got Amon-Ra at my 8.
You gotta have some controversial takes there. I surprisingly don't have, but my eighth is Mike Evans. I mean, the guy puts up stats. He's a very skilled receiver, and I just gotta respect it, man. He just what he does every year. I feel like he's established top 10 receiver. Some people may disagree, some people may agree. I just think what he does every year is production, his skill, especially him getting to those older ages. And I mean, he's played with Baker Mayfield in a style that is very offense heavy, very passing heavy. With Liam Cohen leaving, I'm not that high on the Buccaneers, but I got to respect Mike Evans. He's just a consistent guy. He's going to be there every game, every time, and that skill, consistency, production. It's it's pretty easy for me to put Mike Evans at number eight. So not much to say.
That's kind of that's definitely a take. That's definitely
I mean, hey, I believe Mike Evans is guaranteed top 10. I mean, if you don't have him, that's fair. But I mean, actually, I don't believe that's fair because I just believe Mike Evans is, yeah, God, man. I just believe what he does every year. He's going to be consistent. He's going to show up for you every game. He's going to be there for you. He's a consistent target. You know,
yeah. I get that, but it's like I think the kind of 1,000 yards thing is a little overrated because a lot of those come in like week 16, and he's got like 900 and like 960 yards already, and he has like a 40-yard game, and he gets like 1,003 or just 1,001. He's had a lot of those. But I mean, like, he's a Hall of Famer for sure. Hall of Famer for sure. Most consistent guy in the league. But like top 10 right now, like you think he's top 10
Yeah,
at
just because of his
current?
consistency and his production, him to be able to be there for you every game. I think that's what puts him in there for me.
Okay, that's fair.
Would you like to do your we're number seven, number seven.
Yeah. Number 7 for me, a guy that kind of like when I see how good he was week 1, it kind of left a sour taste in my mouth because my team kind of got him. It's Malik Neighbors. My team passed on him, and it kind of like seeing how good he is off rip. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be mad that we took Joe Alt, but kind of like me being an offensive weapon guy, like Malik Neighbors would be the best receiver Justin Herbert has ever played with, and it's just like, damn, you only pass him up now. He's running on the Giants, fucking getting 2 wins in a season, and it's just like, damn. But no, he's a dog, man. LSU really produces them guys, and Malik is just like he really got the potential to be like the best out of all of the LSU guys. And
What
it's
is
just like his athleticism is crazy, his route running crazy, speed, strength, like his vert, it's all insane. Like watching him run routes is just like masterful.
I mean, for me, it's going to take a while because I like to have receivers that constantly, consistently do it every year. So I think after this year, I think if he can do it again, I think I definitely have him in my top 10. I mean, with LSU and Ohio State, we definitely disagree on who's receiver you. Maybe one of these days we'll have to do a debate video on that one of these days, man.
All right, bet for sure.
I have to lock that in. But number seven is Amon St. Brown. I'm out of my top five too. I just think he's very productive, has the production. I just think he's less on the skill side. I think the scheme helps him out a
Yeah,
lot,
Scheme definitely opens it
big
up.
time. But when I watch him, I'm not thinking like this guy's a top five receiver. This is not like I watch him and I think top 10, but top five, I don't see it, man. I don't see it. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
it's like, Cooper Cup was kind of in the same way, but Cooper Cup was way more skilled. He was definitely a better receiver and what he did. And I mean, what Cooper Cup did was crazy. I'm not saying like they're the same, kind of how they ran in their systems are kind of the same, if you get what I'm saying. Kind of
yeah,
how,
no, I
how
agree.
they get schemed and how they get schemed open. But I definitely like Amon St. Brown. I think he's a good receiver, but when I watch him, I'm not saying that's a top five receiver because I think you have the production, but you have to have skill too. And I just don't watch him and say that's top receiver. I think that's a top 10 receiver. I just don't think that's a top five. So that would be Amon St. Brown would be seven for me. Your number six?
I got Puka. My
Okay.
number 6 is Puka. That rookie year was insane. Like that was just like
Yeah.
wow. And he's got probably the most consistent hands in the league. Like he pulled out that catch he had against Baltimore in the rain,
Yeah.
no gloves on. That is just like he's just a certified dog, and he's still just outside the top 5 for me.
Yeah.
Um, but it's not a knock to him. Like this, just the guys ahead of him, I think are just way more skilled. But my there's a gap for me. There's a gap between four. There's a big gap between 4 and 5,
That's
and
fair.
like the top 4 guys are the undisputed. That's the Mount Rushmore guys in the league right now. And I think this like my number 5 to number like 7 is their own tier. So this is like almost a tier of. There's like one more tier after this guy. I think these 2 guys. But yeah, Puka certified.
I would definitely agree. I would definitely agree there's a gap between four and five, but I think five could definitely close the gap. I mean, I'll explain when I get to my five, but I'm the
Definitely.
same as you. Number six is Puka for me. I mean, he is potentially being in the top five
Yeah,
because
for sure.
I think him and the next guy I'm going to say, but I just think he's so talented, man. He's such a great receiver.
Definitely.
Shout out to the Polynesians. Whenever I see a Polynesian, I always got to shout him out, man. Shout out to the Polys.
Yeah, nah, yeah,
Puka,
for sure.
man. Shout out to Puka. As I mean, half black, half Polynesian. I always love to see the Polynesians represent. You don't see many Polynesian receivers, so shout out Puka,
Yeah,
man.
no, definitely. Polynesians. That's he's is he the only one?
You ever seen his brother Samson Nakua?
Samson. Yeah,
He
yeah. I
looks
saw
like
that.
Philip, bro.
Yeah, no.
You Samson Nakua,
Yeah.
bro. Whenever I saw him like that, he looks like Philip.
He does, bro. Low key. But no, shout out Samson Nakua, shout out Puka, shout out Kendrick Bourne. He's half Samoan.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Kendrick Bourne's from Oregon too, so that's pretty cool. He's from Oregon.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to Poly Boys.
Yeah, for sure.
Except Nico. Don't shout him. He's garbage. Nico Imalavalea, or I always forget how to say his last name.
Nico E.A. Maliev.
But yeah, my number six is Puka. Obviously, he's one of my favorite receivers in the league because obviously being Polynesian and all that other stuff, he's just so fun to watch. And when I watch him, I'm like that guy has definitely top five receiver potential. He puts up the production every year. Now he's going to be the main receiver this year, and I think Devontae Adams being there will help him out even more this year. I just think, man, Puka Nakua is so talented, and he's just able to do everything. He's kind of like very versatile, like a Debo Samuel, except he's not a fat ass. So, but yeah, I
Yeah,
like
for sure.
Puka. I like Puka Nakua, man, and he seems like a cool guy too, man. How could you not love Puka Nakua? You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Unless you're his ex girlfriend, but.
Damn.
But yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
my. What'd you say?
no, I was just
Oh, yeah. That's my number six. You wanna? Here we go into the top five. What's your number five?
my number five. I think you could exchange 5 and 6 for me, but I think just because of the things you can't teach on a football field, like I think this guy's faster and his build you can't get better than that. I think, and it's hard for me because it's a Michigan dude. I got Nico Collins at 5, man.
Shout out H Town, shout out Nico.
Shout out Nico for sure, man. He's a 6'4". He can get
Go
open
blue.
from anywhere. Like, nah, bro. I can't stand these Michigan dudes, but nah, Nico's something special. Um, 6'4", can run any route. He's got blazing speed, bro. Like he has to play at a low 4.3. And I just seen him like he can get up without even making a move. He can just blur past your best DB and then go up with him if he catches up. And it's a great weapon for CJ Stroud, and he opens up a lot for they had Joe Mixon, and then Tank Dell when he gets back. Hopefully he comes back fully healthy soon. But yeah, Nico's a dog, and he's definitely the start of the top five for me.
It's weird because now I have the same as you too. Nico Collins is number five for me. I mean, same things as you said. I think the one thing that could separate him from me in there is injuries. I think if he stayed healthy, he could definitely be easily a top three. I think if he stays healthy, I think
Yeah,
injuries are is his main issue. But Nico Collins is so talented, man. He's one of the best. He's one of the best out there. I just think his ability to do everything, like the receiver he was coming out of college, is so different than what the receiver he is now. Like
yeah. No,
like
Michigan did not aim for him correctly.
Michigan's not a receiver. And like, when's the last time they
Yeah.
developed a good receiver outside of Nico Collins? They're not a receiver school.
They're not. They're defense and running backs.
Yeah, but Nico Collins, I mean, the player he became, the way the Texans have developed him. When CJ Stroud came in, I mean, that's when he showed on the field. I think the scheme fits him too. I think the scheme has helped him. I think with Nick Caley coming in, I'm excited. His biggest enemy was the offensive line. That was his injuries and the fucking horrible offensive line we had was probably his biggest enemies. I'm hoping with Nick Caley coming in, he can fix it because I think a lot of it was a schematic issue with the
Yeah,
offensive line. And I like to say I like my offensive line cornfed, country boys, voting for
yeah,
coach.
no,
That's what my offensive line needs to be. Not learning tonsils, trying to look fat. Offensive line aren't supposed to be like the fashy looking guys, man. They're supposed to be the dirty work guys out there, coming
yeah, no. I feel you.
chasing Kelsey sandals or the big Samoans, that come here to do
Yeah,
fitness, wearing the shorts and the flip flops and you know,
yeah,
t-shirt dinner.
yeah. No, I get it, man. That offensive line was really bad. They're probably gonna be worse this year, realistically.
I think they're going to be better. I think a lot of it because they have a new offensive coordinator. The scheme is going to be, I think, going to be better. I think Bobby Slovic was horrible last year. I think the
Yeah,
offensive line will be a little bit better, and I think C.J. Stroud, Nico Collins will definitely have a season. But I think Nico, you kind of explained it all. Nico Collins is my number five. On to our number four. Who's your number four?
my number four is I feel like Nico could be better than this guy eventually, but like the injuries and the scheme kind of
Yeah,
limit him. But I got AJ Brown. I feel like he's just a different since he got to Philly, man. He was great in Tennessee, but since he got to Philly, it's just been like some beautiful just transition. He just feels like a lot more at home, I feel like. And he does some crazy things. I do think his route tree is a little limited just because like how big he is. He can't get to certain spots and beat DBs in certain ways with his feet, but it don't even matter because he can go up and grab it, and he's so fast. It's like nobody that big should be able to move at that speed and do what he does. You know, like run after catch, blocking, all that stuff. Like he's just crazy. Just just a he's Batman.
And I guess this is where we kind of disagree. Back to be disagreed. I have CD Lamb as my number four. I think CD Lamb. I mean, this might be the best disagreements. I have CD Lamb. I think. I think obviously he's a great receiver, man. I think he puts up the numbers, but sometimes I watch him, and sometimes to me he could be inconsistent, not show up sometimes, and I think for me, what when like because I'm gonna have AJ as my number three, a little bit of a spoiler, but I just think AJ when I watch him because sometimes when they have like similar production, so then when I see that, I still end up watching like the games, and when I watch the games, I just look and I just think AJ Brown's more skilled. I think he's the better receiver. I think he's the more skilled receiver. I don't think the gaps are that crazy in between them. I think AJ's a better, obviously, yak guy. I think it's weird because I don't want to say AJ Brown and CeeDee Lamb is it's kind of like Ryan Williams. I'm not saying in Jeremiah Smith. I'm not saying Jeremiah Smith. I think Jeremiah Smith has the potential to be like a Julio Jones, but Jeremiah Smith and AJ Brown kind of have like the same archetype, if you know what I'm saying. As like kind of
Yeah,
they kind of have that same archetype, big body. Maybe Jeremiah is going to be a little bit more skilled. We'll see when he gets to the NFL, but kind of the same archetype. And when I watch them both, I just think even like CeeDee Lamb has the same archetype as Ryan Williams. I just watch them both, and I'm more impressed by AJ. I think his ability to go up to get the ball. I think his route running is pretty good too. I think he just yeah. I mean, even just I think showing up more in big games too. Also, I think because I'm not like their QBs. Like I know this might be a hot take, but I don't think Dak Prescott and Jalen Hurts is like a crazy like far like I think Jalen Hurts is better, but I don't think it's like crazy to say they're close. Like I know people
no, definitely. I think they're the same tier of quarterback.
like
And
because people shout out to my uncle Alex. He's probably gonna watch this video, and he's an Eagles fan, Jalen Hurts guy. He thinks
mm,
he's the top 10 quarterback. So shout out to Uncle Alex again for watching this video. But
yeah,
when we when we get into QBs, I mean, he might not be up happy about McCollum, but AJ Brown is, I would say, CD Lamb's my number four, and then obviously AJ Brown is yeah, AJ Brown is my number three, and I'll get into that, and then yeah, and then what number one are we going on to number three right now?
yeah, it's number three.
Okay, I guess I'll explain my number three, and then I'll let you go. But AJ Brown is my number three, obviously, because I think he's a little bit more skilled, is a better receiver, and I guess I explained it pretty much there. So I'm guessing you can go your number three, and I'm guessing I already know who number three is.
Yeah, it's CD, bro.
Yeah, it makes it
Since
that makes it fair. That makes it more sense.
yeah, CD. I've been since I picked him at Oklahoma. Like it's just been like I just fell in love. I think he can run any route. He can run. He can run any route. He can go up and grab it. He's fast enough to he can outrun your best DB or your fastest guys. He beat your best DB. He can play outside, slot, whatever. He can do it all. And I think he can do everything AJ Brown does, and I better even like maybe not go up and get the ball as much, but he's definitely a more skilled route runner. I think he has better hands. The only thing really AJ has on him is like the intangibles, the measurables, and a situation. I think like a lot of CD has never played next to a receiver. I guess you want to say like Amari Cooper, but he's never really played next to a guy where he has someone to compliment him that well. Like Amari and CD are kind of among the same, but he doesn't have someone who opens up the field and can get him open when even like or could take attention away from him.
Yeah,
Like AJ has Smitty, who you got to respect. You got to respect Smitty at all three levels too. But he's playing next to Amari, Brandon Cooks. Like Kevontae Turpin was getting reps for the Cowboys this year. Like he was out there starting. He was wide receiver. He was catching passes, and a lot of the Cowboys offense. All you have to do right now is kind of double, triple CD, or bracket him, and you kind of shut down their offense. They
mhm.
don't got Zeke no more. Zeke fell out of his prime. He's not even there. Rico Dowdle was the starting running back, and he's not even there. And like Deuce Vaughn was getting carries. I guess like the next best receiver they have now that Brandon Cooks is gone. I mean, another guy George Pickens, but like other than that, it was like CD Brandon Cooks and what's the tight end's name?
Uh,
Jake Ferguson.
yeah,
And it's like you know, CD, bro, CD, he's just better, I think. And you know, Philly fans will tell you, "Oh no, AJ Brown's the best receiver in the league," or "AJ Brown's top two, top three." AJ's great. He's definitely in that top tier of receivers, but you know, I think everything CD does is better than AJ, and the whole situation where he shows up in more big games. Dallas, he's not played in a lot of big games. CD has never seen anything past the wild card. He's never been in a position where he needed to like do more. Like Dak has let like that playoff blunder against the fucking Packers a couple years ago. Like, bro, made Jordan Love look like fucking prime Tom Brady. Like Dak falls apart, offensive line falls apart, Mike McCarthy falls apart. You know, Jerry Jones doesn't always do the best job with putting guys on the offense that need to be there, like drafting wise. Like yes, Dallas always has a great offensive line. They always got great guys, but it's like they don't play together great.
Mhm.
And I feel like just CD has just I don't want to say seriously act like the Cowboys is a bad franchise, but as of the last like 10 years, Philly has taken the upside over them, and Howie Roseman is the devil and put fucking the Avengers and Thanos and the Justice League together and over in Philly, and it's like Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think CD is a lot better, not a lot better, but definitely better than
I
AJ.
think it's definitely close where like you could argue which one. I mean, it's just your preference. I mean, my preference is AJ Brown. I think he's just, I explained it. I think I think his hands are a little bit better. I think obviously with him showing up in the playoffs, maybe a little bit more, but what you stated was pretty fair. Obviously, him dealing with everything. I'm not like pinning it on him. Like you can't pin receivers. I've seen people say Justin Jefferson, how is he the best receiver if he has zero playoff wins? Like he's a fucking receiver. Like
That's crazy, bro. Like,
So you know what? Before I do my 1 and 2, because I'm guessing our 1 and 2 is pretty similar, since I feel like everybody's 1 and 2 is pretty similar. I'm gonna let you do your 2 and 1, and then I'll do my 2 and 1. So go ahead, man.
all right, before I do that, because it's like a 1A 1B thing for me. I got
Yeah,
some honorable mentions. Guys who just barely made it out of my top 10 is like BTJ, Terry, Devontae Adams. Like those two guys, they all could be in the top 10. They all have an argument for that 10-9 spot. I just don't think that right now, like age considering, like also being kind of young, like for Brian Thomas. Uh, but yeah, those are my three honorable mention guys.
okay.
But I got Jamar and JJ at 1A. I think JJ is better. He's
Mhm.
certified one, Justin Jefferson, and then I got Jamar at 2.
Yeah,
So I think personally why I have like you could say, oh, he got the triple crown, he got 1,700 yards, 17 touchdowns. Yeah, Jamar is great, but we ain't never seen him like one. He has Joe Burrow. He has his college quarterback, and he plays next to T Higgins, who opens the field a lot for him. Though T's been hurt a lot and all this and that, but they don't run the ball in Cincy. They don't put the ball on the ground. Joe Burrow throws the ball 35 times a game.
pretty much.
And
Yeah, I agree.
you look at Joe Burrow's completion percentage, and you look at his yards, and you take away Jamar Chase. 50% of those yards and those targets are gone. His completion percentage is gone. You erase him from the offense. I think they said that last season Jamar had 50% of the targets, or like 48% of all Joe Burrow's targets went to Jamar, and then the rest was like 30% went to T Higgins, 10% went to Andre Yoshivas, and then Mike Gesicki and a couple running backs and stuff like that. But like the offense cater, I don't believe the Cincinnati offense caters to Joe Burrow. I think it caters to Jamar Chase,
Mhm.
and that's what gets him open. That's why he gets these 1,700 yard seasons, 1,500 yard seasons. Like he's great. Like I see him break tackles when he fired the Ravens a couple years ago, and made Marlon Humphrey look like a fucking a junior on JV. Like made him look ridiculous, and what he does to guys. But there is a certain technique because I watched when 2 years ago in primetime when the Chargers played the Bengals, like Christian Fulton and Cam Hart strapped him up for the most part until the second half. Like there's ways to shut him down. There's no way to shut Justin Jefferson down. He will pull any ball in, like what he did against the Vikings 2 years ago. Like
I mean, there's the Eagles. Darius Slay kind of.
Darius, yeah, that's the only time I can say I've seen Justin Jefferson get shut down. But right now, he
Well,
gets.
I also would say Trayvon Diggs he's had some struggle matchups against Trayvon Diggs. Those two matchups against Diggs, he had trouble. Like they lost 40-0, which obviously not his fault, but that one Sunday night game, that one game they lost 40-0. I mean, you could blame that a little bit on Kirk Cousins, but I also think Diggs does
Yeah.
a good job on him. But yeah,
Um, yeah, that too. But I mean, Justin Jefferson kind of has issues with DBs who play a lot more physical. But like, I think the whole Darius Slay thing was that just Darius Slay's experience got to him, and Justin Jefferson was still on the younger side. But right now, it's stamped. I think he's the best receiver in football, and he has been probably since his second, third year in the league.
definitely, yeah.
And it's been a privilege to be able to watch him. And I still think Ohio State is wide receiver university. Like LSU guys are definitely there's more LSU guys in the top 10 than there are Ohio State guys, but I think we put out more talent. That's
Or
a sneak
maybe he
peek
might
from my
just be
take.
biased. Who knows? But one of these days, if you guys want us to, put in the comments one of these days and but one of these days, me and Z, so in a couple of these weeks, we'll have to get into a LSU OSU debate. I think that'd be a fun debate for us to do.
For sure, for sure. It's gonna be passionate for sure, man.
I mean, I
It's
don't
gonna
like
be
LSU. I fucking hate LSU, but I don't let my biases kind of hold into my teams. Like, there's some players
yeah.
I hate, like there's some teams I hate. Like I can't stand LSU and Auburn, Tennessee. I can't. Sucks Alabama being bad, bro. I could not imagine a life where Alabama's losing like five in a row to Tennessee, Auburn. I know I'm getting off track, but dude, if that ever happens, bro, I might have to.
Hey, bro. They
I mean,
this
you guys lost 5 years in
those
a row to
4 years,
Michigan.
these 4 or 5 years, bro. It's because they've been cheating. And that Michigan cheats. That's
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, okay.
Michigan cheats, bro. That's
I don't know. I don't know. But I mean,
bro. We had a 10-year win streak, bro, before these last four. Like,
Ryan Day's just he gets owned by Michigan, man. Michigan's his daddy.
watch, bro. We watch. We on 50 ball Michigan this year. They got no more. The sign stealer is gone. The practice recorder is gone. We yeah, always hey, bro.
Losing
Y'all
five.
can have y'all can have that fluke last season when we went to the Natty, bro. We went to the SEC.
I mean, I don't know how many Michigan fans you know a lot of Michigan fans in your life or not. So when they lose, it's just like nah.
Nah, I hear it from you more than any Michigan fan. I
I
hear it from you,
you
but
like
best
me, bro.
believe, bro. Best believe I was in that phone when Michigan beat y'all too, and when Vandy beat y'all.
Yeah, bro. I mean, Vandy was bad, bro. Vandy was bad. But getting off track a little bit, we'll have to get back on track. I mean, mine's the same. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, like you really cleared it pretty much all. I believe the one thing is they're a pass heavy offense. So Jamar Chase is getting definitely a lot of those receptions, more targets. I think, but one thing I would say is the Vikings. I mean, I have Justin Jefferson number one, Jamar Chase number two. The Vikings have a better offensive system. Kevin O'Connell, I think, is a better
Yeah.
coach. You can debate whether, but I think he's way miles better than the Bengals head coach.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kevin O'Connell is one of the most genius guys in the world, and Justin Jefferson had to deal with Kirk Cousins over the year. So a lot of those times he's getting those games where he's rarely getting trapped. You can watch those games and be like, yeah, that might have been Kirk Cousins that just wasn't on his game that day. Didn't play a good game, especially those Cowboy matchups or the Eagles matchups. But sometimes those times those corners are just playing good and. But I would have Justin Jefferson just so skilled. Like I say, when people are close production, I watch the game and I just think Justin Jefferson's just a I just watch him. I just think he's better. I think what matters
Yeah.
a lot too is not just your skill, but when you're watching, like that's important to me. When I'm watching you, like I don't know what they call it, like the eye test.
Yeah,
I
I'd say,
one of the
yeah.
most important things to me because it's like you got to be out there, be skilled. And then my honorable mention, I'd go Brian Thomas Jr., Malik Neighbors, and yeah, I'm trying to remember, and Drake London. But yeah, those are my top three outside of there. But I mean, actually, not Drake London. I said Devontae Smith. My fault with Devontae Smith. But I just watch. Eye test matters to me, and I just when I have the eye test, I just think Justin Jefferson's a little bit better. He's a little bit more flexible, which is
Mm-hmm.
a little bit weird, but he's more flexible. I just watch him, and he just impresses me so much, man. I'm like, dude, that's the best receiver in the league. Like, 1A, 1B, I would agree, but yeah, those are pretty much my top 10 receivers, and that would be Justin Jefferson number one, Jamar Chase number two, AJ Brown number three, CeeDee Lamb number four. Nico Collins number five, Amon St. Brown number six, Puka Nakua number seven. Puka Nakua number six, Amon St. Brown number seven, Mike Evans number eight, Garrett Wilson number nine, and Terry McLaurin number 10. Do you want to run down yours before we out of here?
All right, real quick. JJ Jamar, CD at 3, AJ at 4, Nico Collins at 5, Puka Nacua at 6, Malik Neighbors at 7, Amon-Ra St. Brown at 8, 9, Devontae Smith, and 10, Garrett Wilson. Go Buckeyes.
Okay, perfect, man. I thank Z for joining this video, man. And we'll obviously be doing our next video soon. That will also be coming out. And thanks for coming on, Z.
Of course, bro. Thank you for the invite, bro. It was a great
On
time.
to the next video.
All right, for sure, bro.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Make sure to click like, subscribe, and like the video, subscribe. If you want to see more Z, just let us know. You'll definitely see more Z on here when he wants to come on the channel. But thanks. See you on the top 10 QB video.